What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 18 of Talk with Money. I'm so excited, you guys. We've got a lot we're talking about today. We have JazzmennZoe on the show. We have our girl JT on the show. We got a new Money's First Listen on the show. Two of my favorite people, by the way, so this is a little different. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. And if you haven't already, you guys, go subscribe to SONIQ's YouTube, Spotify, and only $3 on Patreon, y'all. Go subscribe. Go check us out. Stay tuned with all things pop culture, all things money. You guys, I'm here with JazzmennZoe. Yes. And y'all, that name sound familiar to y'all? It's our girl, JazzmennZoe from 101. Yes. So, Jasmine, how are you?
I am well.
You are? Mm-hmm. What have you been up to today?
What did I do today? Oh, I had a church tea. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. A church tea? Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad we didn't get you tea on the show. Yeah. Because it would have been too much damn tea.
Yeah, that would have been too much tea.
Oh, I didn't because she came from church. Look, it's always something. No. But let's get into it. So I want to talk about our single 101. Mm-hmm. And I felt like it was a good warm up for the summer for us.
It was.
Because you have some things coming along. But let's just speak about the single right now, right?
Yep.
All right, you guys. And so 101 is out right now on all platforms. It's been out for about how long?
3 weeks, maybe. 3 weeks.
It's been out for 3 weeks now, you guys. Okay, and so you can listen to it on Spotify,
Apple Music,
Apple,
YouTube.
Like Apple? Wait, do you like Apple or Spotify more?
Apple.
You did? Why?
Because do you like Android or iPhones better? Okay.
She came from
Spotify is Android, and Apple Music is iPhone.
Y'all agree with that? Because I don't know. Well, I was hooked on Apple for a very long time, but then I migrated over to Spotify.
Why?
Because they recommend music. Like they recommend music for you, and then they like create playlists for you. Yeah. And they they put you in the loop. Anyway, y'all, go listen to it on your favorite platform, okay? Whether it's Tidal, Spotify, Apple, it's out there, y'all.
It is. Mm-hmm. Everywhere.
Yes. So let's talk about how the song came about.
Okay.
I was sitting on wasn't I on the phone with you?
You called me.
I was on the phone with you. I was calling you. I was getting ready to write. Yeah. I didn't start writing. I was getting ready to do it. And I came up with the hook, and I came up with an idea, a basis. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to call JazzmennZoe because she has to be on the song. And there was no other girl that hit my mind. I didn't have to. I said, it's Jasmine. And I'm glad you. So, okay, when I called you and I did that, how did you like? What was going through your mind?
Well, first, it was so funny because the day or 2 days prior, I had a meeting with this CEO of a label, and he was telling me how I need to network, and I need to network with people around me. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. So when you called me, my mind went ding, network. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that was the quickest yes. Yeah. I didn't think about it. I was because I was on the high of the
call.
The guy, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
new journey
let me show him that I'm going to network. You know what I'm saying?
And you're going to be,
exactly. So when you called and you were like, I have this idea, one-on-one.
Yeah, and I wanted it to be a collaboration. Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted it to be specifically be a collaboration because she's her own creation and her own creator. She's just the artist of her entire thing. So I admire her artistry. I didn't want it to be something where you come into the studio and I'm telling you what to do or I'm giving you the track and you're just
writing
and recording it. You know what I mean? I want it to be an experience with us. It was an interesting experience. It was a learning. It was a learning experience. It was a learning experience from top to motherfucking bottom. But
bottom.
Okay, no. It's trivial. It was trivial. No, okay. And I want to pass on our back because, thank you. Because
you're welcome.
In the midst of this, in the midst of the song, life did happen. Yeah. And as it usually does for artists, no matter how it looks, our tenacity and our passion for music really helped with this process. And if we didn't have those two things, I don't think that this song would have came out.
Right.
And so I'm appreciative of that. And then, and our friendship, I think that it taught me a lot about our friendship too, especially with the rehearsals, because we already got the choreography. So with the rehearsals, we learned, I think we learned how to handle each other a little bit.
Yeah.
And how to communicate.
Definitely. Like, this was our first time. So, me and Moni have been friends for maybe 4 years
4 years, yeah.
And we've never done a song together.
Ever.
Like, we've never actually worked together.
Yeah.
We always just, like, you know, we would talk about our work, but we never worked together. Yeah. So, this was our first time working together. And mind you, Moni is super, like, what is it? Like, strong-willed, and he knows what he wants. He knows how he wants it. He knows, like, all those things. But so am I. Right. And, like, I know what I want, and, like, I know how I want it. Yeah. The problem is we both know what we want, and we know how we want it. So when we first started, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
We had
like,
to highlight the collaboration word. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, there were times where, like, side-eye, you know what I'm saying? Right. Both of us to each other, because it was like, bro. It was. But we did actually, like, we did learn how to work with each other. We learned, like, okay, this is kind of how Moni works. Like, hey, Jazz, don't take offense to this. This is, like, what he's actually meaning. And vice versa. You know, like, if I'm saying something, like, oh, she's not being a butthole. Like, she's literally just, you know, this is how she's explaining blah, blah, blah. This is how she talks for this, you know? So it was a lot of that. And I thought it was cool because it put, like, a different layer into our friendship. And also, like, working-wise, you know? Because I know him as a friend. I don't know him as a business. Yeah. You know? I mean, so that was our first time seeing us as business. Business. No, same. Because because we recorded the song in my living room. And so you came over with all your equipment. It was really nice to see you set up everything up with your stuff. And I said, look, her all handy. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm over there dancing to Gaga. You know what I mean? I was just dancing for, like, 30, 40 minutes, you know? And then she was, by the end of all that, she was like, you know, she was like, okay. She was worn out with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all excited. You know, because, like, it was nice to see you. Yeah. So for me, that brings me into the, I guess, the why of the song. Yeah. Like, the meaning of actual, like, one-on-one. And I think that one thing that we shared in this was the appreciation of each other. Yeah. Artistry and work ethic. And just those little things. Like, it's just the little things. It was everything else. For me, when I do songs anyway, it's always a journey or an experience. And for some reason, each single that I come out with, I guess, tells the season that we're in. Right. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, the song helped with issue I was facing in the music scene here. Yeah. With feeling compared to other guys. I don't pay attention to nobody unless I feel affected, you know? But being compared to, like, other artists, or, you know, like, feeling like you're not doing enough on the scene, and or just feeling like people are just, like, praising things that are mediocre, you know, or praising things that are, like, not what you feel like good. Is, like, up to par, you know, with industry standard. So I think with this, I know you said that when we first started this, you were like, everything has to be, like, perfect, you know, down from the photo shoot, down from the sound, down from everything. Everything has to be perfect because that is what we've been giving to our own fan bases for so long. Exactly. So if you come together, it's like it has to be 10 times more. Right. And I remember last show I talked about, like, money is a big thing, you know, with artistry. Mm-hmm. We have to spend so much money on everything. And not a lot of people think about that. Yeah. And so I think that with this song, it brought back to the experience of investing into yourself and, like, the sacrifice of an artist. Like, we sacrifice so much, and it's like just this 1 minute and 47-second song. Is it 1 minute and 47 seconds? Yeah, it's literally, like, under 2 minutes, and it costs you know, extended version. No, I think it's like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. But it's like it took so much out of us. Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is, Moni is actually, like, one of my favorite, I think, artists. Just because when I see him, I see a lot of me, and not in a like, you know, cocky way, but, like, in a way of, like, his work ethic is, like, insane. Like, how he wants things to be, how hard he works for it, like, what he's willing to do the things that he's trying to do. Like, those things are not easy to come by. And I think sometimes, like, I've met people who have talent, but they don't have the discipline, they don't have the dedication, they don't have the passion, they don't have the things that you need to continue. And he's one of those people that, like, one thing about Moni you cannot say is, like, he's not dedicated to his craft, and he's not giving his all, and he's not, like, that guy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like one-on-one within itself, like, I feel like, hey, like, I feel like he's one of those ones, you know what I'm saying? And he deserves to have a song that's one-on-one, you know? And I'm thankful to be a part of it as well.
Because who's better?
And so, yeah. You know, so for me, you know, I just want to give you your flowers. They say give you your flowers while you're here. Don't wait until you leave. So, you know, I do think that you're a phenomenal artist. And I've always thought that. Since I met you, I saw you, I think I met you at like Nutty Buttery. Yeah. That was my first time I saw him performing, guys. This was like 2021. I saw him performing. And I was like, who is this guy? And like, I have a really good eye for like stars. Like once I retire from singing, guys, I want to be one of those agents that finds like artists and talent. Beyonce does. Because it's like, you just know, like, you know when someone has it, and you know when it's just a lack of resources versus a person just doesn't have it. Yeah. And he was just one of those people that like, I just knew, like, I'm like, oh, he's going to be a star. Like, he's definitely going to be a star. He's already a star. But, like, to the world, he's going to be a star. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because Gaga, it was stuck with me, especially during that time, because that's when the time where I was starting to put myself out into another bracket of the world, like really, really taking it seriously and really something straight with the performance. But Gaga said something, we can move on after this, but she was like, she said verbatim, she said, I've always been a star. Y'all just didn't know it yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been this. Who I am. It's just a matter of me meeting you and being in front of you. For you to know, you to see, you know. And one of the producers that she worked with, Red One, said that Gaga walked into the studio, she had her shades on and, you know, her ensemble, and she said, hey, I'm Lady Gaga. And he looked at her and said, this is a star. You know what I mean? Like, it was automatically like, she is just in the studio, she's always dressed in full regalia all the time. And I think that as stars, with yourself and I, we always look the part, because that's just who we are. It just exudes. So like, everything you said about me, vice versa to you, which is why it's just a natural, I think we just have a natural connection. It was just a natural thing. I think it was a natural collaboration, because it happened very quickly.
It did.
Didn't it happen very quickly?
Yeah, it was super fast.
Finished the song like 1 week. Like,
If that.
One day, actually. We recorded it in 1 day. The only thing that took a week was the scheduling. So, you know what I'm saying? But we recorded it in 1 day, and then and everything else was a drama. But, you know, it was refreshing to be in the studio with Jasmine and during the recording process, and we were talking about stacks, and she loves stacks, and she does her stacks, you know, similar. I go through a lot of stacks. Like, when they record me, I'd be having like literally like 16 stacks, you know, and it's a lot for them to work with, but they always complain about it. But I never see any other artists like do that, except like Tune Gigi started getting into that. He had called me and said, hey, Moni, oh my gosh, I got the record with stacks. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm like, oh my gosh, she understood the language with stacks, so it wasn't annoying. I didn't feel like a nuisance, but I was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's record it again, you know, and let's keep building. You know what I mean? Because you got it, and it was just perfect.
Well, fun fact, so I brought my equipment over to Moni's house, okay? Mind you, as I'm setting up, like, Pro Tools is acting up, like, everything's acting up. And I'm like, bro, like, this is not the day, you know? So, mind you, I'm trying to work on it. Moni's, like, hyping himself up the whole time, listening to Lady Gaga, like, getting in his zone, okay? But this whole time, I can't get in my zone, because I'm over here trying to be the engineer right now, you know? So Moni, by the time I get everything together, I'm like, all right, Moni, we're ready. So Moni is recording. He's good. Like, he's hyped up. My time comes. Y'all, I am like depleted. Like, I do not even I like mine's 1-on-1. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, that's how, like, no energy. Like, I'm not kidding. So mind you, I know that I have to build up my energy. Then Moni goes, Jasmine, can you add some more like energy? And I'm like, yo. Like, in my head, I'm like, if you don't get out of my face, like, bro. So I look at Moni, I'm like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna I can't do this today. Like, I can't record today. Like, I can't even get in my zone. Like, and mind you, Moni was just trying to obviously tell me, because it was dry, but like, I had to build my way up there, because I had, you know, I've been working. Yeah, like, when you, like, the thing about an artist, if you're operating outside of artistry, you have to get back into your artist mode. Like, if I'm over here trying to fix my makeup and I'm a makeup artist for 35 minutes, it's going to take me 35 minutes to get me back as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, and he wasn't giving me the time. Okay. Well, so I was like, but I just think he was so ready to like record it. But I'm like, bro.
By that point, yeah.
So I went home, I took the studio stuff and I was like, all right, like, let me just record it. And I did my part. And and I sent it to him like at night. And I was like, yo, what do you think? Like, I'm hyped with my sister. And I'm like, oh, this thing's fire. Monty goes, oh, I feel like it's too much. I said, hold on. I said, hold on, Monty. I said, oh no. Like, I was like, oh no. But it was just so funny, like just working together in general, just because
our personalities.
Yeah, so funny. Our personalities, and just also how like we had so many moments where I was like, bro, this guy gets on my nerves, like in real life. And I know he was like, yo, Jasmine gets on my nerves, like in real life. And like every day we still like came together and was like, all right, let's do this. Yeah. And I feel like that is no, seriously. Yes, you have like, notebook. We would have whole arguments and then be like, all right, see you at 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to rehearsal. It's time to do dance class. Like that's how it was. But I feel like that's just such a like, to me, I feel like that's like a healthy business friendship relationship because that's how it is. Like you don't let things get into the middle of your business. Like unless someone is literally like, you know, they're trying to harm you or something crazy. But it's like you're gonna have those moments where you're tugging each other or someone's irritated, someone else is irritated. But him being so professional and us just like being in that space is like, hey, like this may be annoying, but this project's gonna get done. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I may be mad at him today, he may be mad at me today, but like the whole point of this is we can see what this song can be, where it can go, and let's get it done. No, exactly. You know what I'm saying? The bigger picture. Exactly.
And I just want to say, when we, you know, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, but even throughout like any of the trials and the trivial moments that we had throughout this, my heart with the single, which is why I wanted it out into the world, is because I believe that we both are stars, you know? And I believe when two people come together, you know, what God already says, when two or more are gathered, you know, in his name, we're both believers of Christ. He's there, you know? So I do want the blessing of him to bless the single and for, you know, somebody to hear about, oh my gosh, look at these stars, you know? Right. And then I remember like, you know, like you had even gave me the idea of like with the POV thing. And like, even me putting right there, you've met your favorite pop stars, you know? It's like, I want that every time I see our image to know that this is what that is. So, and I know it's building up for everything you have going on too, which we'll get in later on. But yeah, so I love it. I love the single. So y'all listen to the song. It's short, it's fun, it's exciting. It's supposed to boost you up and give you some confidence, you know? Yeah. Well, I thought she was eating me up for a second. You didn't think. And, okay, that's I was. Once I made that comment, I'm like, this is too much. I was. You know, I'm like, I'm currently eating you up. And then I had to listen to the living. I was like, I got her. You know,
here's the thing. No. Because, hold on. I don't think anyone's eating anyone up. But if I were to say who was eating somebody...
No, I'm so weak. No, I was like, hold on. She's a little too loud.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And I feel like, no, he did. He was a hater. He was a hater on the track, bro. Yeah, he was a hater. I said, Monty's hating low key, but it's okay. It's okay because here's the thing. Imagine you rolling over. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. At first, I was upset, right? Because I felt in my spirit, I was like, nah, Monty, I don't know. But here's the thing though. I was like, Monty, and it's okay because it's the same for me. Like I've never worked with someone that I like feel like is so similar to myself. And this was Monty's first time working with someone that was so similar to himself. Literally. And so like, it was so his funny. Like when you have someone on your song that is like to you like equally like yourself. Literally. It's a little intimidating.
It was
at points because you can be like,
yeah, but I said, she's complimenting me actually.
You know, is this my song or their song? You know what I'm saying? Like you can get in that space. Yeah, you can easily get in that space, but you have to remove those thoughts and just say, hey, like we're both great at what we do. I think this song is going to be great. And I think everyone else is going to see how great this is. And whoever loves me. And whoever loves him. Literally. And that's not going to change.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's been the responses of the song. It's been like people.
So like, long story short, I ate him up.
She tried. Well, we haven't performed the song together yet. We do have the performance set because I know y'all heard me say this before. Like anytime I write a song, record a song, I always have the performance in mind. And so, cool thing is we started working on the performance during the creation of the song in a way. So it's gonna be a special moment. For sure. So
also too, I have a show coming up. I think I already told you about that. I want to perform the song in August.
Well, you just let me know. I'm not going to rush you, but I think that when we do perform the song, it's going to be special, and everything happens at its right time. Like, it happens at its right time. You know, and personally, it happens at its right time. Yeah, and I'm an event coordinator. Anything can pop up. Anything can go on. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then and I also want to say, just for like piggyback off what you said like a little earlier, they being like let go, but everybody who heard the song, like their feedback is, like your voice complements mine and it's not overpowering. It was like, what the fuck? And they were like, oh, here's Moni, but wait, here's she's good too. Yeah, everybody is saying that same thing. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's good too. Like she's really, really good. And the guys, especially the straight guys, are really loving your voice in the song. So and I wanted the song to be universal, so it matches everybody's energy, and it does. Right. And so if you don't like the song, that means you just don't like pop music. That's all that is. Yeah. You just that's the conclusion. Yeah, you like your trap, you like your R&B. We get it. Or your country, whatever. Beyonce got y'all. But Jazzmen, so you are a pop artist as well in the city with myself. Yes. You have some projects coming on. Like I said, like 101 is like a warm up for you. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. So tell me, what's going on with JazzmennZoe? What can we expect? Let me take my glasses. I'll really get into it.
Well, actually, I am working on my first album that I've ever done. Right now, I asked like social media, hey, do you guys want a project for me? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, word. And now I've been working on a project. And
do you have the title?
I do, but I can't give it to you.
Oh.
I can't give it to you.
Y'all. A boy can only try. A boy can only try. So what are some things, this is your first project, what are some things we can expect? Because I know like your influences and like your people that inspire you. Yeah. I know you have a vision for it as well. What can we expect from this album?
Honestly, so I'm going to give you guys something because I don't want to leave you with nothing. Okay. Give me something. I grew up with a lot of 90s and early 2000s influences. And that's like the music that I love. That's like what I grew up on. Like, ladies, leave your man at home. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Usher, like all of those kind of sounds, Aaliyah, everything like that. So one thing that I think you guys can expect is I'm going to come in a space back in like the early 2000s kind of sound. Okay. And I
was going to ask that. Perfect.
Yeah. And I just feel like that's my bread and butter. Like I really just feel like that's my space. Like I love it. And
I told you come over is my song.
Right? Yeah. And so I'm like, hey, what better way to have my first album than to have the influences of like what I grew up on.
I love that.
Yeah, so
and we need that type of R&B back anyway.
Yeah, well, I was thinking so too.
I believe people need to feel again.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, people need to feel again. Make them feel. Yeah. So
and we're gonna have some like Toni Braxton vibes too.
Okay. Or is it be like I'm sure her song "Talk Nice to Me" is one of my favorites as well. It's real dancey, real poppy, and real T-L-K. So are we gonna have some of those sassy songs on there as well?
Like you can't have jazz without sass. Okay, that's just who I am.
Yeah, I was hoping that.
Yeah, no, you can't have jazz without sass.
Yeah, perfect. So because it's my favorite vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, a bunch of sass.
And how many songs is going to be on the album? Do you know? Or you just working? You're still working on the track list?
Can I tell that? I am currently still working on track lists. I did ask social media what they thought was a good number for an album.
Because I know your attention spans.
They did say over 10 songs.
Oh.
That was their response.
Oh, they were over 10?
Yeah. So I know that I got to do over 10.
That's mouthful.
Yeah. Well, honestly, back in the day, like they used to have 16 songs.
No, they did.
Like it used to be. 20. And then they would come out with the deluxe edition. And they'd have
true, they were working on albums.
Were they working on albums? Yeah, they used to. Oh my gosh.
Yo, like, listen, this is our girl JazzmennZoe right here. Check out her projects. It's coming out very soon, and warm yourselves up with 101, okay?
Hi everybody, my name is JazzmennZoe. I'm a pop and R&B artist from Virginia, and I'm currentey working on my first album, and you guys can find me on any music platform, also YouTube as well for my videos. My name is JazzmennZoe. JazzmennZoe. That's JazzmennZoe. And thank you, Sonic, for having me.
Oh my gosh, y'all. This was the last episode of the season. What am I going to do without y'all? But y'all better tune in. Y'all better be more active coming season 3 because we got a whole new thing for y'all, okay? So thank y'all for watching. This is literally 17 episodes. 18 episodes, 17 Moni's first listen. And I'm excited, you guys. So see y'all in season 3.